Your Airbnb is dying a slow death and most operators don't even know it. I don't care how good your Airbnb is performing right now, over time, this thing is going to perform less and less unless you take care of it. This is one of the most important things, and it's a super easy area of complacency that many hosts get into. You have a property that is performing magnificently, everything is brand new, everything is shiny and sparkly, and you're getting nothing but 5-star reviews. Now fast forward a little bit of time, you've had a number of guests come through the property has taken a little bit of wear and tear, and the property is starting to show signs of that. This is what I mean by it's dying a slow death. The property is going to get beat up over time, and you have to put investment back into it to make sure that your golden goose keeps laying the eggs. Your Airbnb operation is not a set it and forget it program. I don't care how good your property is to start. It doesn't matter. Over time, the thing is going to show wear and tear, and guests are going to complain about it. It's very easy to fall into this habit of not paying that much attention to your property because it's performing magnificently. When a property is performing very well, that's exactly the time when people get complacent because they think it's going to continue producing. However, the reality is that over time, again, it gets beat up. You're going to have flat pillows, you're going to have stained sheets, your dinnerware and your cookingware is going to show signs of wear. And these are all kinds of things that guests are going to point out and may not even be obvious to you at first glance when you go to the property. If you're not specifically looking for it, it's very easy to overlook beat up cookware and flat pillows. This is something that took me a while to do, but now it's one of the most important things that we do when we go to inspect the properties is to check the pots and pans, especially the 8 and 10-inch pans that are getting cooked on all the time when people are making their eggs in the morning. No quicker way to get a complaint than if people are going to cook their eggs in the morning and they're getting a fork full of Teflon with them. That's not a good sign. So treat your property like an investment because that's exactly what it is, and treat it like something that needs nurturing. Your property does need nurturing a lot more than you actually think. You have people coming in there drinking, partying, having a good time. That is going to put extra wear on it. The walls are going to get dinged up. You're going to get fingerprints, scuff marks, etc. Make sure that you do not neglect your properties, and how you do this is by having good systems in place. You need to have systems to make sure that you go on a periodic schedule and take care of things, and make sure that you look into specific things that you know are going to be creeping up on the property from a maintenance perspective. This would be things such as the hallways, touching up paint in the hallways. You don't need to touch up the entire property all the time, but especially if you have narrow hallways, people are dragging luggage through there. In addition to staircases, they're going to drag their luggage through there and scuff up the walls and ding them up, and they're going to look bad pretty quick. I have a couple properties where I need to touch up the walls in the staircases and hallways almost once a month. That's because I want to stay ahead of it, and I don't want the property to feel beat up, especially if people come in there and they see those scuff marks on the walls. Then they're more likely to point out other things that they may have noticed that are less than perfect. So you want to make sure you give the guest the least ammunition possible to write you a less than 5-star review. I've been guilty of this myself. I've had properties that have produced great, and I kind of put them on the back burner. I kind of forget about them for a while because I'm focused on other properties. And then next thing you know, in comes a less than 5-star review, and that can actually even snowball. You can have things going great, and then all of a sudden there's a couple maintenance issues that come up, and next thing you know, you have back-to-back guests there, and they're all experiencing those same issues, and you could be getting multiple reviews that are less than 5 stars, and that's going to be an absolute killer for your business. You're going to drop in the algorithm. Airbnb is not going to show you as much in the search, and you're going to get less bookings in addition to the probable refunds that you're going to have to give guests. So make sure you take care of your Airbnbs. They are the thing that is bringing you the money, and do not forget about them. You have to feed them, and feed them with investment. Feed them with putting money back into it so that they are in tip-top shape at all times. I hope you guys got some value out of this, and if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do. Over 11 years in the Airbnb business with over 3,000 reviews. I'll be back for more with more tips for you guys. Thanks for watching.